Oh, hello. Right. I'm going to just close that curtain. Right, so I've just done my high intensity interval training. I should have done this right at the beginning, obviously, because now I don't have any urge to drink or smoke weed. And I just feel a whole lot better. I knew this. I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't do it right at the beginning. I do know. That's what I was going to talk about. It's getting motivated. You know, when you're suffering sort of depression and stuff, it can be really hard to get motivated to do exercise. You know, vigorous exercise. Yeah, it's okay. You can go for a walk, but do you actually want to do like sprinting uphill? You know, if you've been struggling, battling with depression for like decades, just suddenly like deciding to go and sprint uphill, you know, for 20 seconds, six times in a row, it's like you've got to get. Sometimes it can be really hard to get to find the motivation to go and do it. The great thing about it is, though, once you have found the motivation, you feel so much better. I just feel so much better already. It's only a couple of hours ago, I think I done it. 2.5 hours, something like that. Oh, I can find out pretty much exactly. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, so that was that's really what I should have done at the beginning of the progress. Is that exercise should have been first and foremost, because it just helps everything else fit together nicely. You feel so much better. You can think more clearly. You've got more energy, etc., etc. It makes everything so much easier. And so yeah, getting motivated. I did actually. You have the modafinil, half modafinil, a few other herbs to stop me getting stressed out. Which is one the couple that I do really like is the ashwagandha and bacopa combination, because the ashwagandha stops the stress reaction in your guts, and the bacopa stops it in your brain. So it's much harder to get stressed out about stuff. You just feel more steady. So there's more to talk about this, about how I got motivated, right? So for a really long time, like for over 20 years, most of the time I've had a reverse sleeping pattern. So I'm wide awake at night and I feel like I need to sleep in the daytime, just usually for only 2 or 3 hours or so, you know, if I'm lucky. But there are times when it goes back to normal for a little while. I don't exactly know how to make it do this, because I've spent ages trying to sort of find ways to sort of get my sleep pattern in a good way, like sleeping at night and being awake in the day, because I can exercise in the daytime. Now, what I did a few months ago now, was decided where I'm so awake in the middle of the night at like 3, 4 in the morning. That's when I'm going to go and do my exercise. Makes sense, doesn't it? If I'm feeling really tired, there's no point doing exercise. This is what I've figured out. There's no point trying to do exercise if you really don't feel like it. You just feel like you should be asleep in bed. It's like you can. I mean, I've tried it, but then you can't recover. It's really hard to recover properly, you know. And I end up like doing a bit of exercise, and then not doing any more exercise for like 3 or 4 months, because I just wasn't able to recover. And so, you know, it just I'm not recovering properly. So what I found doing it at night, when I feel like I've got loads of energy, boom, I can go and do the exercise, run up hills a few times, and I recover okay. I'm fine the next day, the next few days. The effect seems to last about 4 days, 4 or 5 days, where you know, you just feel much better. You're much more together. And things just go a lot more smoothly. You sleep better, and everything's just better, you know. So I do really rate exercise. Just that I haven't done a lot of it in my life, you know. I'm at the age now, just approaching 50. So it's really, now is the time. It's like now is the time to be doing exercise in order to keep you know, any health that I've still got, good, and you know, to what's the word? Maintain my youth, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just like, yeah. Oh, I did have a nice little group of herbs and supplements this morning. Had all the B vitamins. I started off with this morning, right? This is how it went. This morning, couple of beers with my breakfast, like some German beer, like bottled beer, 4.5%, I think. Not too strong. Just had that with something for breakfast. Oh yeah, one of that cheese and ham lettuce sort of thing that I showed you yesterday. I didn't actually eat it last night, so I had it for breakfast about 7:30 with some beer. Then I went and got some more beer and had a stronger beer and had some other stuff. What did I have? Oh, some beans, half a tin of beans with what was in there? Some ham, a bit of ham, but it was ham without the chemicals in it, without the preservatives, just like cooked ham without all the preservatives. And what else? I'm sure there was something else in there. So that I had that with a strong beer, like 8.5% beer, and that was like by about 9:30. And you know, it's not a good look. It's not really good to be drinking that much beer in the morning. But anyway, so I had a little lie down for a couple of hours. Probably around 10, I went to bed and slept for an hour or two, a couple of hours. Got up around 12, started having all my supplements, because usually I have them in the morning first, but I decided to have my breakfast first, get that out of the way, so that come lunchtime I would have sobered up. I mean, I'm not that I'm drunk. I've just had a few beers. It's like, and I eat with it, so I've eaten twice and I've had beer. But usually that would carry on all through the day. I'd drink 3 strong beers throughout the day, and probably have a sleep in the afternoon, and then be awake all night, obviously, because you know, it's just messing with my body clock and my thyroid and stuff, you know. So what I've done is to have a sleep in the morning after my beer, wake up about 12 o'clock, then take my supplements, have a couple of glasses of coconut water to hydrate myself again, some herbs and like modafinil to get me energy, some B vitamins, vitamin C, black ant extract, the anti-stress herbs like ashwagandha and bacopa, a bit of horny goat weed to boost up my testosterone, you know, put a spring in my step and stuff. So it was fine. I went and done 6 uphill, 20-second uphill sprints with a few minutes in between, just to catch my breath back. And it was really fine. It was right, no problem at all. I mean, I was sweating after the second sprint. I started to sweat a bit, and by the time I was finished, I was quite sweating, but it was a good, healthy sweat, you know. And I wasn't terribly out of breath. I've actually felt quite a bit worse, like recently, just running up the hill twice. But I was doing it longer this time. I took something with me so I could time 20 seconds, because I was probably going for more like 30 or 40 seconds before, and I was finding that was really like draining me a bit. And even though I still felt good afterwards, today I've done it how I'm supposed to do it: 6 20-second sprints. So I'm looking forward to doing it again. You know, I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing it again, but I just feel all like completely different to how I've done, how I felt for the rest of this the previous 9 days. I just feel like everything. I just feel like much more motivated, much more strong, and like I've got energy to get up and go and do stuff, which I just didn't. I was struggling with. And also, I don't want to drink alcohol now. I've got beer sitting there, on my fridge, and I just don't like the look of it. I'm just, nah, I don't want it. Which I don't normally feel like that. You know, it's only that I've just done this exercise right. I feel like my recovery is really good. I did have some other minerals, like when I got back. I had a bath with Epsom salts, so replacing some magnesium. Yeah, and the coconut water is like good for potassium. The black ant extract's good for zinc. So yeah, I've got a few good minerals. I haven't eaten since I've done the exercise. I'll probably eat later on tonight about 6. But yeah, that's just a little update how my exercise thing's going and how I needed to get it in so that everything else would fit together. You know, I don't know why I didn't do it. It was just partly getting the motivation. But yeah, I managed it today. I should have been doing it on day 1. That's the thing. So it's almost like this is the real day 1 now. Now I've actually done some exercise. I've got some ideas for the rest of it. But I'm not going to talk about them at the moment because I'll see how they go. If they're successful, then I'll tell you how they went. That seems to be the way to go. Okay, so I might come back along later on this evening. Otherwise, I'll probably see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.